Hi, it's Sharon from Ponderosa Garden Adventures. I'm out front this morning and I've got a little project. I was out shopping yesterday and I came across some clearance plants. Mums are not my favorite flower because they're so hard to keep them blooming. They just take a little more maintenance than I want to do for a flower that I'm not in love with, but I do like their fall color. And so I came across some mums that were on clearance and they were $2 a piece. And then I also found Coneflower for $2.50, and then I bought another little 4-pack of marigolds. And so they're yellow and purple and fall colors. And so today I'm going to show you how I take these clearance plants that look a little sad and clean them up and get them ready to plant, and we'll get them planted up and get some pretty fall color for $6.50, $10.50 total for 7 plants. So let's go. Let me show you what I do and then we'll catch up at the end. Here are the plants I'm starting with. So we've got 2 mums, and you can see they're all spent on the top, some yellow ones. Those are clearance, $2 at Walmart. This is the coneflower, and one of the stems in there doesn't look great, but the rest, there's lots of green and they're going to do just fine. So we're going to go ahead and get that cleaned up, and then these are just a 4-pack of marigolds just as an accent. So, and I've got my little snips here, and I'm going to set up the camera and show you how we get these all cleaned up. All right, so I need my glasses, and we've got this mum here which has got all of these spent blooms, but if we look down here, there are more buds right down here at this level. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm just going to snip off all of these spent blooms and give us a fresh canopy, so that we'll get a nice flush of color. I don't like this branch here that's coming off the side. We're going to just take that off in here. And it's a little tedious to go and do them individually, but I like to do that when I am dealing with a clearance plant that's maybe a little undercared for. See, we've got all of these blossoms here that are gonna be coming out. Just want to be careful not to trim off any of those blooms that are coming, and it will not be very long before we see these fresh blooms come out. You got to be careful. It's kind of like when you're trimming your tomatoes and you think you're clear, and then suddenly you snip, and then there's the tomato, or there's the other bloom that you didn't want to cut. So I'm going a little bit slower just to make sure that I don't take something off that I don't want to. Yeah, I'm also going to clean up the bottom here. Has some dry leaves in here, so I'm going to clean up that bottom as well. So that's what's in front of us. So I'm going to finish up both of these mums here, and then let me just show you. Here we have coneflower, regularly $10, and it's on clearance for $2.50. And you can see that yes, there is a branch in here that's brown and done, but all the rest are green and good to go. So I'm just going to clean up the inside here and get rid of those dried up spent leaves and any spent flowers, and that'll give us a great coneflower plant for cheap. And I love the color. I love the purple. So get this branch. I think it's down lower. There's another little new branch right next to it. I want to make sure that I don't take that out. There we go. And you'll see when I'm done how good this plant looks. Well, it'll look better. So look here. And I may be able to just pull some of these because they're dried out, but I'd rather use the little snips and do a nice clean job so that I don't pull out something that I didn't want to. And it goes pretty quick. I'm just going to do this one in real time here because there's less to do on this one. We're just going in the center here and just snipping off any of these brown leaves or stems that are done, just to give it. All right, we're looking good. We've got, these flowers are still looking fine. I'm going to take this one, which is spent up here, and I'm going to trim that one off. So there we go. Let me see if I can get you to see. That looks much better. Looks like it would have been over in the $10 aisle. So there we go. I'm going to work on these other mums, and then we'll circle back when I'm ready to plant. I'll just speed this up for you so you don't have to watch me do all of these, but you get the idea. You want to make sure when you're trimming, if there's any that are brown, that you go down below the brown mark so that it can. All right, there's one done. The bottom leaves in there look better. So we're going to do the same to this. And right there, you can see. I'm looking for bits of brown, which will tell me that I missed one. Sometimes they're a little tricky, kind of like the weeds hiding in there. They just seem to kind of mask themselves when you miss it, which is okay. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I like to clean them up as best I can, give the plant kind of a fresh start. When we get these planted, we will give them some starter fertilizer, and that ought to help encourage some more blooms. There we go. I think we got it. All right, so this one is done, and here is what we took off. It looks almost enough for a whole plant, but here is our pile of everything we took off. Now we will regroup and I'll get these potted up. Okay, it's another day. We had a rainstorm, so I am now out on my patio, and I have the mums, and I have the echinacea, and I have the marigolds. And so they're ready to plant. I've already watered them well so that we know we've got a well-watered plant going into the pot. I have a couple of containers that I want to pot up, and I've got my potting soil. So let's go ahead and get these potted and finished up. All right, so here's my plants. Here's the pots that I'm going to use. Right, I'm going to put some starter fertilizer in here. There we go, and we will have a nice bright pop of yellow fall color. I'm going to add a little something extra. I'm going to take some alyssum seeds. You can see these were 25 cents, 4 for $1 from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to go ahead and pop some of these around the edge so we'll have some alyssum come up and fill in and spill over the edge. You can see they are super tiny, and we are just going to put some of these in around the edge. And then we'll water this in. Water these in. Really good drink here. Okay, it's time to work on the echinacea. So I have that here. I've got my tray this time. It'll be a little neater on the table. And we're going to get this potted up. Alright, and I'm not adding any alyssum or anything else on this one. We're good to go. Okay, put this water in here. Good drink. There we go. Alright, there we go. We've got 3 large pots with some great fall color. We're going to have 2 big yellow pots here, and then we'll have some white alyssum coming in at the bottom. We've got an echinacea there, a coneflower, and I'd say that is a good way to get some great fall color for $12. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you'll join me next time on Ponderosa Garden Adventures. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up. I hope you'll consider subscribing and hit that notification bell so you'll see anytime we post a new video. And I thank you for joining me. See you next time. Bye, guys.